I know at first glance this senior living facility here in Holland might seem quiet, maybe even a little boring. I thought that too. That is until I met this group of spunky old broads.
This group is so much fun.
Meet the spunky old broads. These Quincy Place Senior Living social media stars get together every 2 weeks to play a few games and share more than a few laughs.
It's just something that keeps you young.
And it all started with activity director Mickey Sugars Tyson and that name.
I just thought having the name women's group or ladies group just sounded boring. And I just come up with that name, Spunky Old Broads. And the first time I had it on the calendar, we had like 24 people. And the name itself brought out people.
And that's the real goal.
The people here are wonderful, and so is the staff.
According to the University of Michigan, loneliness affects 1 in 3 older adults here in the state, which can lead to more serious physical and mental problems. So by putting on these official spunky old broad uniform dresses, these young ladies get a chance to feel a little younger.
I have an 80-year-old body with a 50-year-old mind, and that's what happens when you walk in the door.
My objective, anytime I'm doing any activity here, not just for Spunky, but is that they walk away buzzing into the community how much fun they had. That very first time that we had the activity, they stayed half hour over and then went out and told everybody how much fun.
And I can tell you firsthand, she's absolutely right.
Okay.
On the mark, get set, go.
Okay.
All right.
Oh.
Talk.
Okay. Right here. That's my bottom lip. And where am I? Right.
When they go back, and I can hear them in the dining room telling each other how much fun they had, and the ones that didn't come will come out next. You know, that's my favorite part. That at the end of the day, they walked away, and their families are happy. They're happy.
I got you. I think I did a good job.
I got to see you.
How do I look?
Just cute how they're proud of being called a spunky old broad, you know?
And if you'd like to learn more about all the fun these spunky old broads are having here in Holland, check out this story on our website, fox17online.com. Cleaning up my face here in Holland, Andy Curtis, Fox 17 News. You know we have Great Lakes here in Michigan, which means great opportunities to get out on the ice and do some things like ice fishing. But if you're not careful and don't pay attention, a nice day like today could turn deadly and turn deadly quickly. And that's where they come in.
A scene like this usually means trouble here on Cranberry Lake, but that's why the Alpine Township Fire Department is out here braving the cold, training for that moment when seconds matter.
Hypothermia is a big thing. I mean, that shock to your system could send you into cardiac arrest.
And that happens fast. In water 40 degrees or below, a person can start losing feeling in their hands in less than 3 minutes and can start to lose consciousness in as little as 15.
They get cold. They get cold really quick.
That means Deputy Fire Chief Kelly and his team need to know what to do and how to do it without hesitation. So I decided to put their skills to the test and see how they operate when the stakes are at their highest. And they didn't let me down. Like many departments around Michigan, they deploy several tools and tactics to save lives. But it still takes them time to respond, so there are things that you can do to help yourself until help arrives.
You don't want to put both arms up and push yourself out. The best thing to do is to roll yourself out so you can dissipate that weight across the ice. A lot of people will try to get up on the edge and push themselves up, but the best thing to do is try to roll out and disperse your weight across the hole.
A good way to do that is by using a pair of ice spikes, like this.
Yeah!
And maybe focusing on a little upper body strength beforehand wouldn't hurt. But if that doesn't work,
try to conserve some of the energy you have.
The most important thing to remember, though, is be careful before you ever step foot on the ice. Look for about 4 to 6 inches of ice thickness to make sure you keep your head above water. And pay attention to that forecast.
When we have these drastic changes in temperatures, the ice actually becomes more brittle. So you could have 3 or 4 inches of ice, and it might not have the weight capability of a typical 4 inches of ice that you would see.
Preparation by both you and our first responders can help keep more sticks on the ice this winter rather than underneath it.
Now, for more information on how you can stay safe out on the ice, check out this story on our website, fox17online.com. Reporting dry for now, From the ice, Andy Curtis, Fox 17 News.
All right, Terry, thanks so much. Well, a tiny town with big holiday charm. We sent our Andy Curtis to Cedar Springs to meet the woman behind Frosty Falls. It's a miniature Christmas village that's already bringing so much joy to thousands of folks online. Take a look.
I'm Andy Curtis here in Cedar Springs, and these buildings, yeah, are small, but trust me, they're becoming a big deal on social media.
I wasn't going to get another new piece, but this one just called to me.
Welcome to Frosty Falls, Jen Miller's tiny holiday town that is growing in size
145 buildings on the layout.
and popularity.
So TikTok for Magically Christmas, we are at 21.8K. My Instagram, I believe, almost 1,900.
Thousands of people joining Jen across her Magically Christmas social media accounts as she brings a little holiday magic to life all year long with tours of her Department 56 brand figurine collection, complete with some scenes you might recognize.
National Lampoons and the Santa Claus.
And all this started decades ago with the gift of this farmhouse from her husband.
Then I realized I can buy them secondhand. It snowballed. It literally snowballed.
I'd say that's a very appropriate way to put it. Building this and a merry and bright community online.
It has been a whirlwind for me around here the last few days.
Sharing her passion with the world and loving every second of it.
It's just a love, an absolute love. I enjoy the trains. I enjoy the interacting with my followers on my lives and watching the village grow, and I call it my Magically Christmas family on TikTok. Definitely love it.
And Jen tells me her Magically Christmas family uses these virtual trips as a way to not just connect with each other, but their own family traditions.
The nostalgia, it does spark a lot of that. People, my grandma used to collect. My grandpa used to have trains, you know. Those are all things that I hear.
And that's not the only reoccurring topic of discussion.
They all want to shrink down. I hear it like every live. Can I just shrink down? I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, it would be nice to live here in Frosty Falls. I wonder what that would be like. Like.
What? Okay. Oh, this is incredible. It happened, a Christmas miracle. We shrink down. We're in Frosty Falls. Look at the train. This is something else, everybody. If you want to see Jen's tiny town of Frosty Falls for yourself, we've got all of the links to her social media in this story on our website, fox17online.com. Reporting from my tiny neighborhood of Frosty Falls, tiny Andy Curtis. Back to you two, regular-sized people at our bigger-than-life station.
Yes.
Yeah. Some exceptional clothes, too. That sweater, that vest.
Through the magic of Christmas, I guess, it changed my clothes on me.
Instantly festive.
Yeah.
Is there any spots you're going to look to explore while you're there? It's like thousands of buildings.
Oh yeah, there's over 147, so I've got a lot of adventure ahead of me. Though now that I'm here, I really like to figure out how to get back. I have a family.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you have a daughter.
I really wish I would have thought this through.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, once you figure that out, there's a train. I don't know. Maybe that'll help you
get around. At least I have employment. I'm sure they need other tiny people to operate that. Yeah. Guys, I'm going to try to figure this out, but please, if you could send help, that would be much appreciated.
Yell real loud. We'll send a crew there, and we'll see if we can pick you out.
Time in the great outdoors is always time well spent, and that's especially true when you're spending it with someone who cares about you. And that's exactly what's going on here with the Mayfly Project.
Not all the world's problems can be solved out here on the river, but that's not stopping the Mayfly Project from trying.
Fishing is both, I would say, an art form, but it's also therapeutic as well.
Yeah.
This national nonprofit teaches that art of fly fishing for free to kids in foster care, and in the process, they hopefully pass on a few lessons too.
So it's a way for them to basically kind of take their minds off of what's going on in the day-to-day and give them some tools that they can use for the rest of their life.
Bob Lett is the lead mentor here in the West Michigan chapter, and he's just one of the dedicated men and women passing on their love of fly fishing and conservation to kids like Zenarie, or as she's known out here on the water, Bassmaster Z.
It's just like really cool how you flip your hand back and forth. Yep.
She's been fishing with the Mayfly Project for a little while now, even taking a trip out to Yellowstone National Park to fish. And according to her mom, Katie, she's learned a lot more than just how to cast.
She's standing taller in her confidence. She knows she's a little more mature about keeping the stuff in line, planning ahead, looking forward to outings.
Growth that is tied to her time spent out here with these dedicated mentors who really care about this time together.
Oh, I feel very loved and wanted, because it's not like they're like, I have to teach you again. They're like, oh, let's try it again, let's do it.
I'm so glad she found this safe place. She just really came to adore these mentors.
Now all that's left for Z is to actually take a fish off the hook.
I don't like touching fish, they're slimy.
I have to take the fish off still.
They got me to get hold one fish, and it wasn't very pleasant.
That's the beauty of fly fishing, though. There's always something new to master.
If you or someone you know would like to be involved in the Mayfly Project, we've got all that information in this story on our website, fox17online.com. Reporting from the Thornapple River, Andy Curtis, Fox 17 News.
All new this morning, as spring begins to warm up, hunters in West Michigan are getting ready to head out for turkey season.
But as health and wildlife experts continue to battle the growing bird flu outbreak, many may be wondering if the virus is impacting the state's turkey population and what that could mean for hunters. So our hunting expert, Andy Curtis, I believe he's here in studio with us. Oh, hey.
Guys, I'm right here. It's me. Yes. Sorry to spook you like that, but
that camo is just great.
Well, thank you, Janice. I don't think you've ever said anything nicer to me than complimenting my camo. I appreciate it.
What did you find out here, Andy?
I actually found out some good news. So we hear a lot about bird flu. We've told you a lot about bird flu. We know it's causing a problem with chickens. We know it's been causing a problem in some wild birds like ducks and geese. So that got me wondering, as spring turkey hunting season gets going across Michigan starting tomorrow, do we have to worry about gobblers too?
Well, the good news is we haven't had any detections in wild turkeys in Michigan.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that's great news.
So we don't get a whole lot of turkeys in for any crops every year. So since 2022, when HPAI started across the country in wild birds, any turkey that we get in will test for HPAI, and they've all been negative so far.
All right, good enough. I guess my work here is done. Reporting from Grand Rapids, Andy Kurt. Wait a minute. What makes turkey so different?
In wild birds, it's primarily spread in waterfowl. So these are going to be birds in lakes, waters, congregating together in large numbers. And then the other species that we're seeing affected right now are birds that scavenge on those waterfowls. So like eagles, hawks, owls.
All right. I get it now. So turkeys can get bird flu. They just typically don't.
But they're not immune from disease and do get something called turkey pox.
That causes some kind of like warty-like growths on the head and unfeathered portions of the body,
causing the birds to have difficulty seeing, eating, and even breathing.
You might have a turkey that's on the ground, unable to fly or walking in circles.
Now, this isn't too widespread and doesn't jump to humans, but it does jump to other turkeys. So if you see something unusual, it can help to let the DNR know.
They could report it to their local DNR field office, or we have an app called Eyes in the Field. And that's the best route to go. You can have it on your phone or your mobile device. And we do monitor those reports every day.
As hunters, we are the eyes in the field and can be the best resource for keeping our wildlife and ecosystem healthy.
And so when we have situations where we have something like avian influenza or EHD in deer, and especially when the public is made aware of those, and the reports go way up because people know that that's a tool that we have, and they are more likely to report those things to us.
So, if you see something, say something.
Now we have links to everything you need to know about wild turkeys, the bird flu, and that Eyes in the Field app in this story on our website, fox17online.com. Now, if you two will excuse me, I have some place to be.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Disappearing into the background.
What did you do with Andy? Just carry about your business, you two. Carry on with the show. Nothing to see here.